Hey guys, your girl Keandra and I'm back with another video. In this video, I kind of came up with this idea by accident. I really needed some storage on my phone, so I tried to go back and like delete like messages and stuff. And you guys, like, I have messages back to like 2015, 2016, like when I was in college. Well, I was in college. I graduated 2015, so last year, and then when I was in college. And y'all, this stuff is so funny. The sad part is a lot of these numbers aren't even saved. Like, how savage was I? Like, I'm almost embarrassed at this point because now, like, I'd kill to have someone text me. Like, literally no one texts me. No one tries to get at me. I literally talk to nobody. And here I am with all these unsaved numbers in my phone, and I don't even know who I'm talking to. So I can't even go back and try to, like, rekindle any flames because I don't know who I was texting. So anyway, I'm going to read all the ex messages from my ex-boos, and we gonna laugh together. Had this other guy. He was the sweetest guy ever. Like, to this day, he's super sweet. He believed in God. He used to always bring me food. He was just a really nice guy. And in college, I hated nice guys. Like, I'm a Gemini. I think I'm compatible with a Sagittarius. Like, I like assholes. He was too nice. And he was cute. That's when I got interested in him. But he was also younger than me, too. But, I mean, as long as you're, like, at least 21, then I'll consider it. But I kind of knew, like, down the road somewhere that wasn't the person for me. He was an accounting major. Like, he was really smart. Like, I knew he was going to make money. Like, every weekend he would go, like, off on a trip to, like, a firm or something. I don't know the correct terms to use. But he would, like, always go on these trips and, go networking and stuff. And he was doing this, he was like a freshman, sophomore in college. Like, he was just business minded, you know? He was the sweetest person ever. He would always text me like, good morning, what are you doing? What time you go to work? I can stop by, bring you kolaches. And I told him my favorite candy. He brought me candy on my birthday. At this point, I wasn't even talking to him no more. I think I was talking to some other dude. And he still like brought me stuff like all the time. And I remember one time, he was just like, oh, I was going to bring you kolaches before, you know, you went to work. And I was like, oh, I'm sorry, I'm already here. He was like, all right, well, you want to do something tonight? And I was like, well, I got to watch my shows because, like, Pretty Little Liars and Chopped are, like, my favorite shows were at the time. And I didn't want to be bothered during that time because with Pretty Little Liars, you know, it was on for years. So I never wanted people to, like, who didn't watch the show to watch it with me because they would ask too many questions. And, like, I just didn't have time. So he was just like, well, we don't have to watch a movie. We could just cuddle and talk and stuff. And I was like, okay, that's fine. I was real dry, like, because I really didn't care. Because as long as he was quiet, I didn't care. And then he was like, I've never watched Pretty Little Liars, but maybe you can get me started on it. And I was just like, it's too late in the game. It's, like, on the 6th season. And that's all I was like, looking back at it, I was so, like, blunt and, like, rude. Like, that's why I ain't got nobody now, you know? And then he was still like pushing it, like, it's okay, you know, I'll still come, blah blah. He was like, you know, if I talk too much, you tell me to shut up because I'm gonna ask questions the whole time and forget that I need to shut up. And I was like, that's so cute, like now because I know him. But at that time I was annoyed. I was like, okay, I will. Just dry, just straight bitch. Like, oh my gosh. So then he was like, he texted me, he's like, I'll be there later on, I'm stuck in traffic. And I was like, that's, looking back now, that's so considerate, him telling me, you know, blah blah. And he was like, okay, I'll be there around 30 minutes. And then I was just like, don't be mad, but I'm falling asleep, so I'm about to go to sleep. And then he was just like, I'm not mad at you. I would have been there in like 20 minutes, but if tonight isn't a good night, I understand. It was my fault because I left late because he was coming home because he would go home on the weekends. And I was just like, I'm literally just going to sleep. I've just been really depressed and tired lately. I just want to go to sleep. And he was like, it's okay. Go to sleep. I understand. Blah blah. And then he would text me the next day like, what time do you work? And I would tell him. And he was like, what time do you get off? And I would tell him. And then he was like, I wanted to try to spend some time with you before you went to work. And I was like, to be honest, I just really need to be to myself. I've been really depressed lately and I hate being around other people until I figure out how to solve my problems. I've always been that way. I don't want you to be mad at me, but I need to be alone right now. And then he was like, I promise I'm not mad. Do you want to talk about it? I'm a bitch. And I was like, no, not unless you want to, I said, not unless you know what, I can come up with $1,200. I just need to deal with my situation to be left alone. And then he was just like, well, I hope you found what you're looking for, but I'm going to check on you sometimes. And then at this point, I was like planning to move to Atlanta. And so I had told him that. So he like stopped texting me, but it didn't work. So gosh. And so he was just like, when do you leave for Atlanta? And I was like, I don't know anymore. So much has happened. And then he was just like asking me like why and stuff. And then I was just like, I just don't want to talk about it. He's like, well, I was going to try to see you before you leave, but I know I will still see you around. And that's the last time we text, yo. And since then, like, he can glowed up, y'all. He about to graduate. He Greek now. I'm just like, I really was blocking my blessings. This was like 2 years ago, a year or two ago. And I just was blocking my blessings, y'all. Okay, so this text message is going to be about when me and my ex broke up. I don't know, this was like months ago, like at least 7-8 months ago. But anyway, so me and him, I'm a very outgoing person, especially on social media. And I think when I was in this relationship, I got caught up in the hype in the relationship goals. And he was more of a secretive person. He didn't feel the need to post me every Wednesday and stuff. And because of prior relationships that I had with other guys who were either like where I was like a side chick and not on purpose, not intentionally a side chick, but guys wouldn't post me or whatever, like that was like a big deal to me. And instead of me not being selfish and looking at it as, well, he's just a private person, I took it as, oh, he's ashamed of me, he don't want to post me, he probably got somebody else, when that really wasn't the case. He's just not that type of person. So that was one of the reasons why we broke up. And so when we broke up, I had retweeted something about being single, and he liked it and unfollowed me. I wasn't mad because we broke up. I was mad because he unfollowed me from Twitter. And if y'all follow me on Twitter, like I'm like, Twitter's a big deal to me. Well, it was. Now, not so much. I'm probably tweet on there like every other day. But I was like always in Twitter jail. Like I was like an OG tweeter. OG tweeter. Like I was in Twitter jail. Like always popping off. I got a lot of followers on Twitter. And I was mad. So I was like, so you gonna like my tweet and unfollow me? And I was like, why are you angry? And he was like, who said I was angry? And I was like, you are clearly. And he was like, we haven't talked all week. How does unfollowing you on Twitter make it look like I'm angry? And I was like, we haven't talked in 2 days. And I tried talking to you to resolve things, but your mind was made up. And this is how I know I really cared about him, or I really just wanted to save the relationship, y'all. I deleted all of my social media. I deleted my Twitter, I deleted my Instagram to try to save our relationship. And that didn't matter to him. He was just like, nah, I'm done. Like, I don't want to do it anymore. So shit, I reinstalled that shit and re-upped on my hoes. Like, what do you mean? So he was just like, and I was just like, I deleted my Twitter. And he was like, why do you care that I unfollowed you if you deleted your Twitter? And then I was just like, well, you unfollowed me. I said, after we broke up, I reinstalled that shit. And I was like, unfollow me after liking that tweet was petty. And you knew I would see it. And he, to this day, he would not admit that. That's why he did it. But he was just like, anyway, so he was just saying, like, it was petty for me to retweet that tweet about being single. So that's why he unfollowed me or whatever. And then I just went off. I was like, am I not single? Where's the lie? Like, you know, and I was just like, I'm a mass comm major. I'm going to be on Twitter. I'm going to be on social media, like, blah, blah. And then he was just like, social media was a distraction and get away from our problems. He's like, I unfollowed you and you don't want mad. You want me to follow you back? And I was like, nigga, yeah. Like, follow me back. Yes. And he was just like, I didn't think he was going to say yes. I'm not following you back. That was so funny to me because he knew that was going to piss me off, bro. And so I was so mad. Like, at that point, I just didn't care. And then he was just like, what else did he say? He was just like, oh, we started talking. I was just mad. Like, I just felt like our whole relationship was a lie, blah, blah. And then he was just like, you can go do what you want, post whatever, go wherever your heart desires. And my petty ass was like, I was going to do that anyway. You were never stopping me from doing any of that anyway. And I just went all. You guys, I gotta grow the fuck up. That was, oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. I can't. This is why I'm single. I know now why I'm single, because of how I talk to people. This one guy, I stopped talking to him because he smoked cigarettes. Like in 2018, why you still smoking cigarettes? And then like he randomly sent me a picture of him and he was just ugly, so I blocked him. I just didn't care. I don't know, y'all. This is why. Yeah, I really just don't have. Wow, I don't have any more texts like in my phone from guys. I haven't talked to a guy in 8 months. So yeah, this is why I'm single. I should probably name this video "This is why I'm single." I don't know. This is a mess. I'm embarrassed. But yeah, if you enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up and like this video, and make sure you subscribe. Please subscribe. I want 400 subscribers by Christmas. That would really make me happy. And until next time, bye guys.